Today is Wealth and Wellness Wednesday, okay? And I'm here to remind you that most people are underdeveloped. I know sometimes we forget this, especially when we're in heated moments where we will want, okay, the development of people to be on the surface. Sometimes we want people to know things that they couldn't possibly know. Sometimes we want people to know, okay, how to maintain their emotional stats or status correctly. Sometimes we could want people to know how to treat us, for a certain example, right? But we fail to realize that some people are emotionally underdeveloped, mentally underdeveloped, and even physically underdeveloped. Underdevelopedness is a real thing, okay? And when we truly grasp this concept that people are underdeveloped, we just stop putting the pressure on people. I think we're putting too much pressure on people to be mentally and emotionally and spiritually mature. Sometimes we even distraught when we find out that the people we once befriended, the people we've once loved, aren't as mature as we would like. I think it is a disservice to yourself, okay, to yourself, to convince yourself that not only are people more mature than they giving off, but also to convince yourself that everyone is mature, okay, even yourself. To convince yourself that you are mentally and emotionally mature without accepting, admitting, okay, and respecting the fact that you still have some growing to do, okay? There were some missing pages in your book of adolescence of which you would have learned how to maintain your emotional status of tranquility, okay? How to operate in chaotic predicaments. Everybody don't know how to operate in chaos. It takes training to know how to operate in chaos. Everyone doesn't know how to operate when life isn't going there as planned. This takes training to be able to know how to operate outside of life's plans for you. Okay? And the more we accept this, the more compassion we'll have for another. We need to be more rational and practice rationale thinking. Okay? Especially as we associate with others, especially as we build relationships and build connections in life, we need to be more rational and accept that everyone isn't developed. Most people are underdeveloped. Everyone isn't developed. Most people are underdeveloped. Okay? So that last heartbreak you had, for example, the last heartbreak, okay, may have been a relationship that did not go ideal. Possibly even a friendship that did not go ideal. And I know you're internalizing a lot of things, taking a lot of things personal, but have you realized and accepted that the person may not have been trying to hurt you purposely? We understand people get caught in the crossfire. We understand people get hurt unintentionally, okay? But you have to first accept that it's not on purpose. No one is trying to hurt you purposely. I mean, the people that are close to you, that is. No one is purposely trying to break your heart. No one is purposely trying to hurt your feelings. We need to accept that. Okay? Or those heartbreaks, them setbacks and letdowns feel a little more heavier on your heart. Okay? When you start internalizing these things and convincing yourself that somebody did something to you on purpose. No one did anything to you on purpose. Okay? No one did anything to you on purpose. I don't care who it was. I don't care what it was. It was not on purpose. Some of you hold this resentment for people. your family, your loved ones, your exes, your friends, because you convinced yourself that they were emotionally developed enough to know that they were hurting you. Most people don't know that they're hurting you or going to hurt you, because people are trying to live their lives to the best of their abilities. You have to accept that. And just because you got caught in a crossfire don't mean somebody was aiming at you. You just got caught in the crossfire. Okay? So I just wanted to share this just to alleviate some pressure. Okay? Alleviate some pressure. Remove the stigma that people purposely trying to hurt you. You got people carrying a certain mindset to where they don't trust people. And they don't trust people, of course, primarily because they don't trust themselves or how they'll respond if they're ever caught in the crossfire of people unintentional, right, firing. People don't trust the way they're going to respond. Okay? You got people saying, I have a post, right? I'm speaking on the fact that we need to communicate more. We need to put down the phones and practice being human. We need to get outside more. We need to practice having more conversations, even if it's on the phone. Talk on the phone. Don't just text. We need to practice rubbing shoulders with people. We need to practice being human. We need to practice this before we lose our social skills and our mating skills. I said this, and then more than 10 people commented on the post, speaking on how untrustworthy people is, speaking on how sneaky people are, speaking on how people will hurt you if you open yourselves up. And it made me realize how deep the damage is. The damage is deep. The damage is deep. The populist vote is now the fearful one. The popular vote, as it pertains to people socializing, meeting strangers, being vulnerable enough to do new things with new people in new places. The populist vote has become the fearful one. People are shunning away from meeting each other. Okay? Not only have we been promoted to fear of each other, but also we've been promoted to thinking that the person who've hurt you meant to hurt you. That is the greatest lie. Okay? So I want you to meditate on this. Okay, meditate on this. Meet me back here. Meet me back here Sunday through Thursday, 9 a.m., 3 p.m. Okay, 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Okay, and possibly some times in between if the universe give me some messages to give you. But that's the schedule. Okay, you meet me back here and we're going to meditate. We're going to conversate. We're going to be human. We're going to build them tribes up. One mind, one spirit, one body at a time. And we're going to do this by enriching ourselves. Enriching our minds, enriching our spirits, and enriching our bodies. Okay? Nevertheless, go out there and have a conversation. And stop taking everything so